in nature, so we expect to have notice of complete application, hopefully within the next 60 days with the regulatory agencies. Those are water taking permits or speedies permit for a sanitary disposal sewer plant. We've looked at the sewer plant with them, and this board knows we've been working with this board with regards to investigating potential for a regional plant. We've been asked to be patient with the intermunicipal agreement between the village and the town. The applicant is we've also prepared and are holding, if we have to go that direction, our supplemental environmental impact statement for the on-site plant. We're hoping level heads will prevail and we'll go to the village and get some economy of scale there, but we're prepared to go either way. So it's not like we haven't been working. We've been working diligently on this project, and as Neil said, it's complicated, on top of everything else. And a lot of it, unfortunately, is outside of the village, outside of the owner's control.
Okay. What kind of extension are you looking for here?
For this one, we would like to have, I think I requested 18 months, but I would like to have...
I wanted to hear it.
But I'll go a year.
Okay.
Basically, why 18 months on this one?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to, and I'll tell you why. Because, a lot of the big items, I'll say, is that it's kind of out of our control. I mean, we can, we're proceeding with an on-site plant, but we've been on record for the past 5 years. That's not what we want to do. We don't think it's the right thing to do, but we're prepared to do it.
Right.
So I mean, that's the big.
We're not going to drag that out.
All right.
I mean, whatever it is, it is. But
right.
So that's not about,
But if we go to Plan B, where it may be an on-site plan with a potential to be a regional plan in the future, that gets a little complicated.
All right.
So we understand. We're committed to do the right thing. Mike's always, Roger have always said that, and what we've seen locally, what they've been done, they do the right thing. But anything less than a year is.
Okay.
So unless you guys, I know you'd like to have me come here, but
we do.
You got other things to do.
Okay. Any other comments from anybody? Everybody agree with the year's okay?
The subdivision, just for my own record, says is how many? What's the number?
67.
You're going to give us. You're going to give us one of these?
Yeah, I gave you one. I think I gave you one.
Last meeting we.
I also gave you. I don't know if you got.
Yeah, we got that.
That's kind of.
We got that.
Yeah. So what's the?
It's 81.
81, and that's on the small lots.
Total.
Oh, 81 total.
There's 4 existing. All right, that's the Colt Farm.
Right.
That's considered 4. Then we have 2 what we'll call estate lots. They'll be on the one's going to be on next to the Colt farmstead now, and the other one's going to own. That'll be like the farmette that's going to own the balance of the farm, and there'll be individual wells instead of those 2. And then the balance is 75 in the cluster, and those are the ones that are going to be servicing central sewer and central water.
Now this one is going to be just phase 1.
Well, the reality of this one is we really need to file this map in phases. I mean, it's a big project. We're not going to, phase 1 is going to be, and again, we did the environmental impact statement. There's been a lot of discussion on phase 1, on the phasing of the construction of this, because it has to be coordinated with, roads, drainage, the infrastructure. The water's going to be up front.
Okay.
So we will be looking to file the maps in phases.
Okay.
And constructing phases.
And will that mean necessitate coming back here, or are you just going to do that through the planning board?
I'll probably come back here. Well, they're going to grant us conditional final on phase 1.
Right.
But at some point in time, the balance of that project will be certain. We'll come back and ask for an extension of the exemption for that.
All right. So we're agreeing about a year. Ken?
Yep.
Lou, a year? Okay. George?
Yes.
Okay. Year. The next one, Traskus.
Traskus is located on Arcadia Road near Route 94, which is the bottom end of Arcadia Road. We received conditional final approval on May 17th of 07. There were 8 conditions that had to be satisfied for final approval. 2 of the conditions require absolutely no work for final approval. 6 conditions required work on the part of the applicant. I'm not aware of many of these, if any of them, have been accomplished or go back to the planning board anyhow. In the period since it was approved, however, it needs to be reported that the northern cricket frog has been reported to be on the property and also adjacent to the property. The DEC has become involved with the applicant to resolve what, if any, actions need to be taken by the applicant. If an in-depth survey has to be done, it's my understanding that a survey for cricket frogs actually takes a period of time, usually in the spring and then also in the fall. They have to look for where they hibernate or whatever. So there's no way that the applicant can complete that part of the issue until sometime in the fall. The rest of the conditions I think could be done, but that one they cannot do anything beyond that.
I was just wondering, I was involved when we got through the preliminary approval, and again, same thing with this one. And Neil's correct with, depending on the scope of the work that would be required to survey the frog, as a minimum you would have a spring analysis, but chances are you'd be spring and fall. But we did, pretty extensive habitat evaluation on site. We contacted Fish and Wildlife, DEC. We actually had some areas that appeared to possibly be box turtle habitat. We had experts come in and look at the site. They were signed off on. We submitted all this to Fish and Wildlife. This was 7, right? Probably, I guess. And then since then, the northern cricket frog became vogue. And so there's.
How did you find that out? Who found this?
I got a help from Neil.
How did you find out about it?
I found out, I was up at DEC and was talking to people, and they were showing this wonderful map of...
No, you showed the map. Has anybody seen a frog?
It was reported that the frogs were located there in 2002. Actually, one pond on the site and one pond or 2 ponds off the site.
Okay.
They travel like motorized. Well, they have to relocate while they're going up the man. It's a deposit on the property. Like Michael. No.
Okay.
That's the history of it. I have
a problem with this one. I'm going to be very candid with you. I have a problem with this one. This is one where they haven't done anything. And the frog came on the scene, but you know what? They didn't do anything. If that frog was not on the scene, I could not approve this thing. I mean, that's just the way I feel.
I'll tell you what I'll do.
What?
I won't go 9 months. You're going to force them to come back here and tell us if they did anything or not.